Welcome to Bigger Than You, the podcast to help you go from overwhelm, self-doubt and scarcity in your business to the calm, grounded and unshakably confident version of you that's going to bring your vision to life. You've got a mission and a purpose that's bigger than you and your limiting stories and beliefs. So let's get you out of your own way. I'm Jenna Holloway, your host and multi-award-winning intuitive hypnotherapist and mindset coach. Expect to hear game-changing perspective shifts on how to align your subconscious mind with your boldest goals, and will unlock the power of energetics, infusing it into every aspect of your life and business for maximum impact. Are you ready? Then let's dive in. Hello, thank you so much for joining me again. This episode is coming straight off of the back of a listener request. And I can't remember if this person who requested this episode, or this person I'm recording this episode for, has listened to the podcast yet or not. Maybe, yeah, she's done a little bit. She basically asked me to recommend some episodes. And we just went back and forth in the DMs a little bit, and it turns out that there's an episode right here for her, because she said to me, I said I was going to do an episode on launching and how do you find it? What kind of things come up for you? And she said she loves launching, but her body doesn't. And I thought, ooh, that's a great episode. So this is what we are talking about today. And actually, I'm going to talk about it in the context of launching, but you can take what I say here and apply it to anything in your business, right? When your head wants to do something and your head is excited about something, but your body is like, fuck no, like feeling anxious, feeling nervous, just not feeling calm and grounded. And there might be some frantic energy. There might be sometimes like a physical manifestation in your throat when you want to, let's say, I don't know, if you're nervous about going live, for example, it might literally catch in your throat when you think about, when you even talk about doing it. This is actually a conversation that I had with one of my membership clients the other day. So your body shows you signs all the time about like trying to give you clues as to what it thinks, because, well, for the very reason that I'm going to get into today. So yeah, it's about launching, but like I say, you can apply it to any situation in your business. So let's say then, a little bit of context then, this person that this episode is for loves launching, right? She really, really enjoys it. She does it a lot in her business. But what she says she finds really, really hard is that her body seems to tell her that she doesn't like it. She really is enthusiastic about it, and she do it all the time, but her body is like really anxious and gets her feeling absolutely exhausted and just doesn't seem to be enjoying the ride, shall we say. What is going on here then? Okay, let me rewind. Let me think of this in your perspective. So our body is always trying to keep us safe, right? Our body, our nervous system, and our subconscious, they're all working together, and they all have the exact same mission, and that is to keep you safe, right? To keep you alive. It's the one and only job that it has and cares about, and it has always been that way. That is why we still exist as human beings, because we are programmed to care about our survival only, right? And so the body, the brain, the subconscious and nervous system doesn't want you to do the things that you necessarily want to do or know you need to do in order to achieve your goals, right? If you feel like you're on this earth to do massive things, and you've got that vision in your mind's eye and you're working towards it and you're doing all the things, what you need to know is that your brain doesn't care and your nervous system doesn't care. So what it is trying to do when you're feeling that those signs in your body that something isn't quite right here. We are not calm, we are not grounded, and we are not feeling confident. What's going on there is your body is just trying to give you a clue. It's trying to stop you. Okay. And when you are in this situation, it's trying to stop you because it doesn't feel safe. Right? That's what it comes down to. If it did feel safe, you wouldn't feel that in your body. It might feel, it might feel nerve-wracking still doing the things, pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone. And that's fine, right? We need to be able to do that to grow. But when we're talking about like more than just a nervous excitement type energy, that's like, that's your brain trying to slow you down and hold you back. Okay, so what we need to do in order to change this is to make your subconscious come on board, right? Get it feeling safe for you to achieve the things that you want to achieve. Okay, because when it doesn't feel safe, it's going to work against you, right? It's got a vision in my mind, can't remember what it's called, but if you're in the UK, by the way, maybe, I'm not sure if Gladiators is airing all the way around the world, but we've got this show in the UK at the moment called Gladiators, and it's a remake of a show that was on TV when I was growing up, and so everybody in the country seems to be loving it because it's like proper nostalgia. And there's this game in Gladiators where you've got 4 gladiators versus a contestant, and the gladiators are proper muscly, right? They're big, strong men and women, and they have like buffers. Don't know what to do, like how to explain them, but they're like big buffers, and they're basically the contestant has to push past all 4 gladiators to get through this like open-ended tunnel, and it's like David versus Goliath times 4. Okay, so I want you to think of when your subconscious isn't on board, and when it doesn't feel safe for you to go after the things that you want to go after, and it doesn't feel safe for you to achieve what you want to achieve, it's going to feel like that, right? It's going to feel like you and your hopes and dreams versus Goliath times 4 on a daily basis. And that's when it doesn't feel good in your body. That's when it feels like your like all sorts of things can manifest, right? You might have like health problems, some cold, or some flare up right before a launch or mid launch, or you might just feel like constant frantic, unsettled energy in your body. You might feel resistance to doing the things that you know are going to make you more successful in your launch, like connecting with people in the DMs, or showing up on stories and not just hiding behind like content in your main grid, or I don't know what it is, like all the different things. If your subconscious was on board and it did feel safe, it would support you, right? It would be like walking through that gladiator tunnel while the gladiators are on their lunch break. You would literally just walk through because there would be no resistance. So what we need to do is we need to identify what is it about the thing that you want to achieve that the subconscious doesn't feel safe around. Is it a fear of success? Like, if I achieve what I want to achieve here, what does my subconscious think about that? Does it think that you might not be able to handle that success? Does it think that when something really good happens, it's always followed by something really bad? So if there's a program in your subconscious around the other shoe always dropping, then it's not going to want you to achieve the thing that's going to make you feel really good, because it thinks it's going to be something bad after that, right? Or is there a fear of failure? Is there a fear of responsibility? Is there a fear of being seen? Whatever it is, we need to get to the bottom of it and dissolve those fears, those limiting beliefs, those relationships that the subconscious has around whether it's around your ability to hold responsibility, or money, or success, or your ability to fail, anything. Like intellectually, you might know that there's no such thing as failure in business. There is just putting one foot in front of the other and then getting feedback, and taking that feedback on board and keeping going. Intellectually, you might know that, but it doesn't matter if your subconscious isn't on board with that. If your subconscious has got a fear of failure, then of course it's not going to want you to do the thing that you're going to do just in case you fail. Okay, so we've got to find out what these fears are and reprogram them so that they're no longer there. Because when they're no longer there, it feels so different. You can take the action that you want to take without it feeling heavy and scary and like horrible in your body. It doesn't feel nice to not feel calm and grounded. It doesn't feel nice at all. And if you feel that in your body a lot in your business, then it's going to be uncomfortable, right? It's not fun. Business is hard enough as it is without having your body trying to, and your subconscious and your nervous system trying to fight you every step of the way, right? No, it doesn't need to be that way. You can 100% turn this around by getting your subconscious on board and working with you rather than against you. And anytime you feel something that's less than positive or neutral in your body, in your emotions, this is where it gets really, really, you can get really, really good at spotting this. And I teach this inside Powerhouse Portal. I teach you how to spot your own patterns, work through them in the moment, so that by the time you kind of graduate from Powerhouse Portal, you are doing this yourself. Okay, so it's literally it's literally a lifetime investment type thing, because you have skills, you have skills that serve you literally for the rest of your life, inside and outside of your business. So what you get to do is to notice when something doesn't feel positive or neutral, when something feels less than positive or neutral in your body and in your emotions. That's a sign. That's a sign that your subconscious is saying, hang on here, something isn't quite right, and it's trying to protect you by giving you that feeling. And so in any given moment, how your brain is working and creating your reality is that your subconscious is scanning and taking in your surroundings all of the time. And what it is doing is it is comparing what you're experiencing now, is it comparing your now moment. This is before you're consciously aware of it. It's comparing your now moment with the past and everything that you've ever experienced before. And it is comparing that to what you believe about yourself and your place in the world and what's possible, what you believe about the world and your values, and your past experience and what you've made that past experience mean about you. So when it's done all that comparing, it will then distort, delete, and generalize information about what it's brought in before it gets to your conscious awareness. And that is how we create our reality, because your subconscious is only ever looking for evidence to confirm what you believe to be true. So when your subconscious has an issue with the thing that you want to achieve in your business, it's going to look for evidence of that. It's not safe for me to show up and sell every day on stories. It's not safe for me to launch and do it in a way that feels calm and grounded. It's not safe for me to lean back and receive in my business. It's not safe for me to be successful from a place of spaciousness and not having to work my ass off to the point of burnout, right? Whatever your subconscious believes about your vision, it will look for evidence to confirm that, including literally distorting, deleting, and generalizing information before you become aware of it. Okay? So if you're telling yourself stories that you're not good enough to for people to pay you a higher price, then that's when we get to see the evidence of that by people saying, I can't afford it yet. Or, people literally saying to you, it's too expensive for me. Okay, so you literally find the evidence of what you want to find the evidence of, or what your subconscious wants to find the evidence of. So, in order to change our external reality, the only way for you to do that is to change within. Change the programs, change the beliefs that are creating your external reality now. Because when you change them, your subconscious is going to start to show you the evidence of the new beliefs. That it is possible to launch and feel calm and grounded and excited about it. That it is possible to show up every single day and sell and talk about the thing that you love doing without feeling salesy and without needing to see a sign that it's working for you to keep going. It feels safe for you to be able to hold your boundaries with kindness and not being a people pleaser. It's safe for you to feel like a leader and show up with the energy of a leader. And your dream clients are looking for you to be that. And if you're trying to be that but not feeling like that, if your emotions are telling you and your thoughts are telling you you're not good enough to lead, or you don't actually feel like a leader in your body, maybe you do with your clients, but not when it comes to speaking to potential clients. Like, look for your patterns as you're listening to me sharing everything I'm sharing here. Look for your patterns, okay? Because what you become consciously aware of, you can then do something about, right? But most of what our subconscious is doing, most of what we're doing, thinking and deciding and feeling, most of it is subconscious, right? We're unconscious of the things that we're doing because the subconscious is ruling 95% of our brain activity. So when you hear this and you're like, fuck, I do that. Yes. And the reason you do that is because of what's going on internally. Okay, and when you know about it, you get to change, you get to shift it. So if, coming back to what I was saying about feeling like a leader, if you know you need to create content that sets you apart, puts you as the go-to, but you don't actually feel like it, then we really need to sort that out, because most of our communication is nonverbal, right? And people decide who they want to work with based on the feeling first, right? The subconscious makes our decisions. Do I feel safe to invest in this person? Yes, this person looks like they are an authority, but if I don't feel that they're an authority, if I don't feel that they're safe in themselves, then they'll just keep watching and maybe choose to work with somebody else. Okay, or maybe they will work with you, but you won't get the conversions that you want to see because you're communicating with your energy and your non-verbal communication that I don't really fully feel like a leader. Okay. So if you've got a vision, for example, in your mind's eye of your like dream clients, the ones that just like show up and you've never even heard of them because they've never engaged on in your content ever, and they just show up in your DMs and be like, hey, I've been watching you for a while, I've been listening to your podcast, can you send me some information on working with you? And they have the information, they go back and forth a little bit and they're like, yeah, I want to work with you. Like if you want that kind of client that then turns out to take the action and to be empowered and to show up for themselves, like the ones that care more about it than you, and that's saying a lot because you care so fucking much. But if you are getting clients at the moment where it feels like you care more than them, what's going wrong here? Right? And so if there's a difference between the dream client you see in your mind's eye and the ones that you are seeing in your external reality, again, how we shift that is shifting internally, right? I've just seen on the clock 2:22. Okay, so just made a post and I actually want to share this. So the post that I put out, and this is relevant, right? Because I'm launching right now, and I'm launching my Powerhouse Portal program. This is a 6-month program. I'm not shutting the doors on it. Like, it's a program that's always open. It's been running for over a year. It gets incredible results. But I'm launching it. Just done a live masterclass. It was amazing, and that's something that I've put off for a long time. But we're doing it, and it feels so good. It feels so good in my body, and that shows me how far I've come in the last 2 years. But that's not what I want to say. What do I want to say? Oh yeah, I've just done a post about how we can hold ourselves back if we know everything that I'm sharing already. And that is really, really common, because I do attract a lot of coaches, healers, and therapists to work with me, because like attracts like, right? I'm soulful. I want to make a big change in the world, and so do you. So, it makes sense that I attract a lot of coaches, healers, and therapists in my world. But the problem is, a lot of the time, everything that I'm telling you in terms of the subconscious holding ourselves back and that kind of thing. But what happens when we know something, but we don't really internalize it and make the changes that need to be changed within, is that we still hold ourselves back, even when you recognize your patterns. I went on stories this morning, like it's crazy, because when like all the subconscious stuff, you just like kid yourself, like, yeah, I can outrun my subconscious. Well, no, you fucking can't. And I see this day to day, like when I like hold myself back, and like it doesn't matter. Like, the example I'm going to share with you is just so like trivial, but it just made me laugh, because no matter how much you try and outrun your subconscious, it will get you every single time. So this morning I have my dance class on a Monday morning, and I need to leave the house by 9:15 to get there. And this morning it was 12 minutes past 9, and I was like, yep, I'm not going to leave late today. I'm always leaving with like just enough time. I'm basically walking, like fast walking, and like even jogging part of the way to get there on time. And I was like, it's not going to happen today. So I left the house. And I got like 100 meters down the road. I was like, fuck, I need my snack. Like, I need some apricots, or I need a banana, because otherwise I will not get through the high impact part. So I had to turn around, run back to the house, get my banana, and come out. And I was like, you've just done it again, Jen. Like, you're now at a point where you need to basically run part of the way to get there on time. So I went on stories, and I was like, it's just nuts. You cannot outperform your subconscious, even when you know all of this stuff. So, I mean, for me, that's small fry, right? It doesn't matter if I run part of the way there. It's totally fine. I'll get there on time. But that's like a snapshot of what your brain is doing all the time. Even when you know what your pattern is, and you think, right, I'm not going to let this. I'm not going to let this happen to me again. It can happen again and again and again. So what I'm saying is, if you are a coach or a healer or a therapist, and you know all of this stuff already, but you still find that you're not where you want to be in your business. Like, let's say, for example, you're getting your clients life-changing results, but your business isn't where you want it to be. Or you're not feeling the way you want to feel in your business, right? If your business has taken over your life and you're never feeling calm, never feeling spacious, never making time for yourself, those are your patterns. Right? And those patterns are going to stay the same unless we shift them. And you can shift a lot by yourself, right? But there comes a point where you can't see your blind spots, and that's where I come in. So notice them. Notice when you're look for those times in your life and in your business where your brain and your thoughts and your desires are wanting you to do one thing, but your body is trying to get you to do something else, right? Or you're manifesting situations where you literally can't do what you want because like a life drama is just thrown up, or you were excited to invest in something, but then a massive unexpected bill comes in, there's a sign of a subconscious financial upper limit, or you tell yourself, oh yeah, I'll invest in that thing when, because right now I'm too busy. Well, that too busy program is a program, right? It's a subconscious program. And if you're experiencing that relationship with time where it doesn't feel spacious and you're always too busy, then that's something we can work on together. So this episode is being released tonight at midnight. And like I said, I am launching Powerhouse Portal at the moment. And we have fast action bonuses available until, what did I say in the Facebook group? I think I said Friday. So we've got fast action bonuses available until Friday. And those fast action bonuses include extra one-to-one time with me, like a behind the scenes type fireside chat on like the really heavy stuff that's happened to me in my business, how it's helped me grow, the lessons I learned from it, which I haven't shared anywhere out in like the public domain. I like to be an open book for people on the podcast and everything, but there's a line, right? And sometimes I reserve more open book stuff for my clients. So there's that. What else did we do? Did I offer? Oh yeah, a subconscious audit on your socials. So you know what I was saying earlier about how you can say one thing, but your energy shows something else. I can look at your profile and see, I can see limiting beliefs based on like looking at someone's profile and what's there and what's not there and things like that. So and I would say socials, but Instagram, or if you're on LinkedIn, whatever, choose a profile for me to audit, and I will audit that. And also an unstoppable confidence workshop as well, and that really gets you fired up to feeling like more confident than you've ever felt in your life, and how to bring that to your content, your long form content, like your reels and your stories and your IG lives and your podcast interviews, things like that. And it's not from a place of be like that person. No, it's about finding your unique like energy that makes you so special, and amplifying that and kicking out the things that are standing in your way right now, so that you can feel that energy and show up with that. So if those bonuses sound like something that you want, then don't waste any time. Get into, like, if Powerhouse Portal is right for you, get in before Friday, because you can have one of those fast action bonuses. There are 5 of them, and obviously if they're gone before Friday, then they're gone. So I wouldn't wait till Friday if you know that you want in. And if you do not know much about Powerhouse Portal, then I will drop the information into the show notes for you to have a look. Come and have a chat with me on Instagram if you've got any questions at all. And I was thinking about doing an episode on like the energy around investing, but I will just add this here. Because I want you guys to know this week, and you can't wait till next week. So when you are tempted with an investment, it's really, really important that it feels right for you in your heart. Okay, so I know I'm going to end up sharing everything I want to share as long as we've got time. Yeah, about 10 minutes is fine. Okay, so when you take an action, I want you to know that you can take an action from one of 2 different energies, right? You can take an action from a place of lack, i.e., I'm investing in this thing to find the missing piece. And that might look like, if that pattern is showing up in your life right now, that might look like signing up for free masterclass after free masterclass after free masterclass. Or it might look like investing, you might have done this in the past, investing in something only to not really show up for all of the calls, or kind of lose energy halfway through and just leave it unfinished. Or it might look like, investing in something only to realize further down the line that it wasn't really aligned, and it's been a bit of a disappointment. when this goes for any action, when we take action from a place of a lack frequency, we get back a lack frequency, right? So we end up feeling like we still need to fix something. We do not want to be investing from that place. We want to be investing from an empowered place, from a place of, this is going to support me, and I already know that I have what it takes to achieve what I want to achieve, but I'm doing this to speed up my timeline, right? I'm not doing this because I think I need fixing. So we want to be taking action from that place, but sometimes we don't necessarily get to, we can't, it's sometimes hard to make that decision. So when you are at any point in your kind of business, when you're thinking about investing, your subconscious, remember, until you've done this work with me, your subconscious will be trying to keep you safe at all times. If it's not on board with the goal that you want to achieve, then it's going to be holding you back. And that might look like holding you back from the very thing that will make the difference for you, i.e., the subconscious work to reprogram and get your subconscious on board with what you want to achieve. Right? So you can be in this position where you are either consciously or unconsciously telling yourself stories that you're not ready, or you haven't got time, or you can do it by yourself, or whatever those stories are. Know that that's your subconscious trying to keep you safe. So what we need to do is we need to notice this and overcome this. And what can be really supportive in those moments is to ask questions, all right? And it pisses me off so much, the narrative that has been kicked around in the online space, in the coaching world and the online space around investing, and this bollocks, absolute bollocks, that if you ask questions, then you're not self-led and you're not an empowered buyer. Bollocks to that. The empowered buyers are the ones that are going to ask the questions. They're going to make sensible decisions, right? They're not going to be caught up in the frenzy and the hype and the whatever it is. No, it's an investment from a grounded place. And if you are doing that, like I just talked about the two different energies, if you're making your investment from a grounded place, then yeah, of course, it's going to feel scary to invest, especially if you're not kind of used to making those big investments in yourself, or they don't even need to be massive investments, right? If you're not used to getting out of your comfort zone, and if you're not used to feeling comfortable with being uncomfortable, that's something that I would teach you. But if you're in that place right now where it feels scary to invest, so you're probably just going to hold yourself back, something that can really support you there is to get in the DMs with the person that is running that program and ask questions, because that's going to help you decide, right? If you're in the dark and you don't know the answer to half the things, how's that going to support you? Take up space and ask questions. For me, somebody that wants to work with me, I want to know that it's coming from a grounded place. I want them to feel 100% ready. And yes, it can be nerve-wracking to invest. I understand that. And that's not necessarily going to go away. But I want you to know that you can ask me questions until the cows come home. And I'm not in any rush for you to buy. I want what's best for you. And so I need you to know that your subconscious might hold yourself back and try and count you out of it. But how you can help that is to ask questions. So my DMs are open about Powerhouse Portal. Come and ask me as many questions as you want. I will not pressure you. I will not do anything other than just give you the answers that you need. I'm not going to try and convince you, because when we try and convince people to buy, guess what? That ends up with people joining a program before they are fully ready. And it's a lack move. So I trust that the people that join will be joining from a grounded, empowered place. Yes, it might feel nerve-wracking for them to invest, and that's totally okay. But if you've got questions about Powerhouse Portal, come into my DMs. There is never any pedestal or hierarchy thing going on here, okay, ever. And that again is something that I will absolutely mentor out of you, because there is no space for that. That's an energy leak. That is a full-on energy leak. If you are putting people that are ahead of you up on a pedestal, no. Okay, on that note, I'm going to end this because it's very nearly time for me to leave the house and go and pick up my girls. I hope this has been helpful for you. I hope it has supported you. If you have any questions, or if you have a podcast episode request, I am always happy to do them. And yeah, that's it for me. Speak to you all soon. Lots of love. Bye. Thank you so much for tuning into the Bigger Than You podcast. Don't forget to follow and subscribe so that you don't miss a single episode. And by the way, Bigger Than You wants to grow massively this year, and for that, I'm going to need your help. Everyone that shares today's episode will be entered into a draw to win a free place inside Powerhouse Portal, which is my 6-month signature mindset, energetics, and subconscious mentorship program, and is a 4-figure investment. All you need to do is share this episode to your stories on Instagram, tag me at I am Jenna Holloway, and share why you loved it. See you next week.